Alright, this is a video I've wanted to do for a long time. I'm doing this it's kind of a sloppy mess. I'm doing it as a slideshow off my own old Flickr account. So about 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago when I met Allison, one of the first sort of crazy adventures we went on was a little tour of the Wayfarer Motel, a Wayfarer Hotel in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's actually technically Bedford. This place was at one point a very popular stop for the New Hampshire primary presidential circuit. So a lot of the reporters would come out there, and they would stay at the Wayfarer during the presidential coverage, the primary and all that. This is from 2014, summer of 2014, so actually not quite 7 years. And some of these photos are genuinely creepy. Some of them are long exposure, some of them are regular flash photography. They were all taken on the same night. At this point, there was no trespassing signs, and you could just walk in and wander around, and that's exactly what we did. And it was past midnight, and it was creepy. I believe it was past midnight. Let's take a quick look. Maybe it was like 11:30 at night. Let's see. Yeah, the date stamp seems to say past 10 o'clock. So anyway, it was very late, definitely pitch black. And this photo, for instance, is a long exposure. You can see the stars. The property was actually beautiful. There was a series of waterfalls and a little brook, an old paddle wheel, a water wheel, I should say. And so this is over the course of probably about an hour and a half that we were there, and it was creepy, legitimately very creepy. I don't believe in supernatural stuff, all that kind of nonsense, but this place definitely gave me a few shivers up and down my spine, especially when we would disturb birds, or doors would squeak, or the wind would move things. It was genuinely a creepy experience. So I'm going to zoom in on a few of these photos just to give you that sort of sense of the place. It was creepy. It was a good adrenaline rush. Also, there's definitely evidence of homeless people having stayed there and possible drug activity. This is one of the little waterfalls as the brook cascaded through the property. Those little bridges. In its heyday, it was a beautiful place. You can Google some photos of what the Wayfarer Motel in Bedford, New Hampshire used to look like. Still document I found on the floor. We went into the bowels of this place, like into the basement and like the boiler room and whatnot, and it took some nerve for me to work up the courage to walk down and into some of those nooks and crannies of this property. Again, there was no trespassing signs. There was a fence that didn't really enclose the entire property. You could just walk in, and we walked right through a door that was open, and there was many different spots where you can just walk in. Mother Nature definitely started to reclaim this place, by the time we had snuck in there. You notice this is in the kitchen. Another long exposure photo. This was almost pitch black when I took this photo, but in 30 seconds it exposed itself nicely. Some of these are flash photography. This is pretty cool. It's graffiti. I believe that would have been what used to be the old conference hall, but it's been so many years I could be wrong. And that's it.